basketball game. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. They've got Saar. Johnson is out there with Young. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Davis in at the four-man position. And for the Celtics, out on the block, it's Tatum with Keita. White is out there with Beasley. And it's Brown in at the three, the small forward. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
Tatum kicks to White. Back to Tatum. That one, no good. Great D that time from Davis. Pass to Saar. And Saar throws it down.
How about Saar? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
White the pass to Keita. White drives in, and White slams it in.
I love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Not the guy you want to send to the line. Young's teammates love to see him at the stripe.
The Wizards shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
White with it. Brown outside. The kick out to Tatum. No good with the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Davis. The kick out to Young. Saar against Brown. On its way from Young for two. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass will normally knock those down.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Pass to Brown. Puts it up from 15. Here's Keita. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up two on the second effort.
We see it over and over again. More teams sending activity to the offensive window, and it pays dividends.
Now, here is Young. To the middle. Here's Davis. And it's sent back by White.
You talk about protecting the basket. Derek White with the big-time swat at the rim.
And they pick up two.
Well, just one more example of his offensive arsenal. So tough to stop.
And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league. He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of the shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
And here's White, following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Shot clock at 5. Here's Beasley. It's blocked.
Great timeout from the rejection there. Young kid Saar has major defensive potential.
Washington leading now by 3. Young dishes to Johnson. On the wing, Koulibaly. He's covered by Brown. Back to Koulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Brown. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Here's Davis. Drops in the short one.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
And White kicks to Brown. Davis against Tatum. Here's Beasley. Rebounded by the Wizards. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Boston.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Johnson, the pass to Davis. On the wing, Koulibaly. Good on the triple.
Boy, when Koulibaly is spacing the floor, this offense hits another level.
Celtics trail by 5. Beasley, the pass to Queta. Now here's White, defended by Young. Pass to Brown. Shoots the 3. And the Celtics another 3.
Jaylen Brown with the immediate answer from three-point territory. Yes, sir.
Outside, Davis. Back to Young. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Now, here's Tatum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We spoke about the challenge of facing Anthony Davis. Coach commented, there aren't a lot of guys like AD, bigs who can control both ends of the paint. We have to be aware of him at all times, or he's going to take over the game. No doubt, Davis will be a factor tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Allie, we thank you for that. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. Of the big men in the league, Doris, Anthony Davis, to me at least, has always been among the best one-on-one scorer.
Well, that's because, Kevin, he is a 3-level scorer. He can be a lob threat. You can put him on the box or at the elbows. You're going to have to draw a second defender if he's on the face-up because he can't get guarded one-on-one.
Now here's White, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Here's Brown. Pass to Queta. 4 on the shot clock. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved.
And Young kicks to Johnson. Koulibaly against Brown. Johnson, the pass to Young. Sarr in the post. Tatum on him. Now here's Davis. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Knicks in the
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had in the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
TV, no question. Anthony Davis had a lot of hype when he was drafted in 2012.
Kevin, how could he not? He won a national title collegiately. He has incredible size and skill on both ends of the floor. That hype was real, and it was earned.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
And a member of the NBA 75 team. Anthony Davis is the rare franchise player, someone you build your entire organization around.
Vucevic checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Malik Beasley. And a switcher also for Washington. Vucevic is checked in. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Celtics trail by 5. Here's Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, off the dribble, Jason Tatum continues to perfect multiple options in his arsenal.
Young pass to Davis. Here's Vucevic. Pass to Davis. Fires the 3. And Pritchard pulls it down.
KYP. Know your personnel. Challenge the great shooter. Excellent job.
Count that one. Now just a 1-point Wizards lead.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And the background of how the whole coach's challenge rule came into effect started back a few years ago. G League tried it out. They had it in the Summer League, and I think it's a great advancement.
Well, there's no doubt how proactive the league has been in identifying new ways to ensure the officiating is as good as it can be. They seem to be really just part of the natural progression. And it adds, in fact, even a bit of an additional interest level as well. The Celtics making a switch here. Ours is checked in, and then for Washington, George comes in for Johnson. And Colton Carrington subbed in for Young. Here's Carrington. He's covered by Pritchard. George against Brown. Down low, broke loose, and out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. So a moment now to see the story for Trae Young. And so White will bring it up for Boston. Pritchard passes to White. The three-pointer no good. Wizards have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter.
Well, we know this. Out of the open floor, Bob Carrington can dish it or he can finish.
Boston's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. They get a hand on it. Loads it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes. On those alley-oops.
So for the Wizards, their last game a loss to New York.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
Celtics trail by 5. Will it go? And Brown throws it down hard.
Jaylen Brown very capable of taking stretches of games over. Right now, he's got the entire offensive arsenal working.
Here's Carrington. He has 5. Here's George. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Brown. Here's Pritchard. Defended by Carrington. Back to Pritchard from deep. Rebound, Washington.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak numbers play.
And George with the stuff.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Outside, White. Here's Garza. That screen Jazz. He's another guy who really showed up to play.
Beyond the lead, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
And the Wizards making a change here. Champagne's checked in. Nice ball movement by Washington. The 3 from George. It's good for a second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
Well, that's his shot right there. You know, if he gets any kind of room, he's going to dial it up from distance.
Celtics trail by 8. Pritchard passes to Garza. Here's Walsh. Pass to Garza. From past the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
The real come at us. We're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Carrington. 5 points in the game. Here's Koulibaly. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
My goodness, you see the elite athleticism of Bilal Koulibaly with a little sauce.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Pritchard with a wide open look from outside off the mark. And it's Washington's ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Pass to Champagny. Koulibaly against Pritchard. Koulibaly, no good. Now Pritchard. Who's coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Boston making a switch here. Beasley's checked in.
Malik Beasley.
On defense, Washington. They lead by 7. Here's Hauser. And they recover it. Garza gets the bucket.
Well, you can see this guy's work ethic. He just refuses to give up on that possession, and he gets rewarded for it.
Here's Carrington. He's covered by Pritchard. Pass to Vukcevic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Champagny. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Wizards lead by 7.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And the Celtics with possession here. And here's Beasley. He's coming off a 19-point game against Utah. Lets it fly. No good that time. And so it's Washington. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So the Wizards 5 right now. Carlton Carrington is out there with Riley. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Vukcevic in at the 5.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Pass to Pritchard. Ball stolen. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play. Then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And Doris a measured pace for the Celtics. No rush, don't turn it over, and then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at 3, you take it.
And the Wizards with possession. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. On the wing, George. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Carrington. Offensive rebound. Vukcevic. And the layup's good off the glass. Vukcevic has got his second bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. Shoots it up. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Wizards leading by 8. It's stolen by Pritchard. Well, Doris, we saw him coming for a while now, but Peyton Pritchard made history with the Celtics last season.
This is a guy, Kevin, who won Sixth Man of the Year, was one of 3 Celtics to have 253s in the same season, an absolutely invaluable piece to their success.
And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut to just 5 points in the basket from Brown.
He was not about to be denied. Jaylen Brown just muscles that home.
Pass to Vukcevic. Outside, George. Here's Riley. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Beasley in the corner. Back to Brown. Outside Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, how about 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
And now a look at Jason Tatum, coming off a terrific season. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And clearly one of the dominant scorers we have in this league. His top 5 ranking last year puts him right there in the ranks of the elite. And Sarr throws it down.
Well, you see Alex Sarr get off the triple drive and then use that 7 foot to make it an easy finish.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. 7-point differential. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Kevin, back to you.
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Sarr. Following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Johnson for 3. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, hey, Johnson is a volume three-point shooter for a reason because he's very accurate from beyond.
Inside, Tatum finds the juice.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Wizards leading by 6. Johnson from outside, and again Washington with the triple.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Young with the steal. Kicks it out to Johnson over Beasley. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Brown wide open. He fires. And he's good on the 3-ball. Brown's got 20 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here is Riley. Still scoreless. Another shot. Sarr's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Here's Tatum. Tatum fighting for those second chance points.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. Well, already so accomplished, Jason Tatum. As you look at the landscape of the Celtics, where is his place in that story?
Well, let's remember, Kevin, that he's still a young player, and so that history is still being written. But the North Star for the Boston Celtics is always championships, and Tatum has proven he can deliver.
Vukcevic checked in for the Celtics. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Davis ignoring the contact. Anthony Davis.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes. Flexing on him there.
Johnson against Beasley. Inside. Here's Vucevic. Rebounded by the Wizards. Czar's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Johnson. It's Young on the wing. Puts up a 3. And Vucevic pulls it down. Celtics trail by 6. White inside. Whitmore defending.
Yeah, that is exactly because Derek White commands your attention defensively, and defender just gets caught in a tough position.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for White.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for White.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
It's Davis on the wing. Czar against Vucevic. And Young kicks to Johnson. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the 2nd quarter. White dishes to Tatum. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside, Davis. On the wing, Whitmore. He's covered by Brown. Launches a 3. And it's Whitmore missing. The Celtics have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the 2nd quarter. Beasley kicks to Tatum. It's deflected.
Terrific awareness by Alex Sarr. That is protecting your rim, folks.
Knocked away. White against Johnson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless 1st quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Washington shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Koulibaly, he's checked in for the Wizards. You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
I mean, this guy came into the league ready. I really like how he gets to his shot, regardless of what the defense throws at him. And he can be dangerous if his defense gets to the same level as his own.
Kept alive. A 2nd chance effort. Shot is good in the Wizards lead. He's cut down to just 3 in the basket from Vucevic.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Young pass to Sarr. And it's White with the rebound. White's got 4 rebounds in this game. Got a piece of it. Pass to Beasley. Here's Walsh. The 3. Traps in the tray. Walsh has got it all tied up now for Boston.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And here's White, defended by Young. White against Young. The wide open look here for Vucevic. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the 2nd quarter.
Johnson kicks to Young. Back to Johnson. Looking to end the run. And it's Johnson with the jam.
Nice work by Johnson, getting aggressive at the rim. That throwdown had to feel good.
Boston's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Outside, White. And the layup is good. White's got the lead up to 3 now for the Celtics.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Young. Score the basket is third after 5 shots.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble.
So it's the Celtics now. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. White the pass to Garza. He's looking for 3. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Washington has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%.
We've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
We've got 1:48 left in the first half. White the pass to Garza. Washington with the rebound. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Been a tough stretch for this guy right now, looking a little out of sorts.
Now here's Beasley. He has yet to score. And it's White missing.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively. Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
.103 left in the first half of the game. Timeout call, the Celtics. Well, Dorsey's not always the most efficient player, but Koulibaly is electric.
Oh, my goodness, Kevin. One of the most explosive leapers in the league right now. He can rise and finish with the best of them. Listen, we'll give the efficiency some time because he's got skill.
Sam Houser's checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Derek White. And then for Washington, Champagne's checked in. And Georgia subbed in for Johnson. Garza no good.
Boy, these are the shots you have to make. If you don't capitalize, you are letting the defense off the hook.
Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, Beasley recognizes the excellent defensive play by a teammate, gets himself in transition, and an easy opportunity.
Pass to Champagne. Now, Koulibaly. On the wing, George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Doris, it's been fun watching Keyshawn George start his career. And he had quite the journey to get here.
He certainly did. Consider, he was born in Switzerland. His dad is from Canada, but his dad played pro in Europe. George plays for a club team in France and then goes to the U.S. for college. It's sort of been a meandering and diverse hoops education.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Beasley. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Koulibaly finds Davis. Here's Carrington. Tries again. Davis owning the inside.
And really an alert play on on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we really grown accustomed to seeing him before.
And these back-to-back games like this, he is on a tear, competing with every ounce of energy he's got.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Wizards out front, leading by 4. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sidelines. Allie?
You got it. Trey, what's been the key to your effort so far?
Just playing hard. We're playing hard right now. And they made a lot of shots, and we got to do better at making it tougher for them.
Got to keep the fight going, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. A tremendous game we're seeing from Anthony Davis. He had 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Well, I'll tell you what I saw in the first half, Ernie. 3 things. Soft defense, not enough pressure, but they can still win this game. They need to ramp it up. Is that 2 or 3? Doesn't matter. You understand, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us.